Excuse me. Right. Yep. Stream is going. Hey guys, welcome to another Star Wars Battlefront 2 livestream, and the last Battlefront 2 livestream of what I like to call the Dark Days. The Dark Days of Battlefront 2, hopefully, finally coming to a close. Seasonal, welcome to the stream, nice to see you. Hopefully the future of this game is in safe hands, and tomorrow we get the brand new progression system, and not only that, a surprise that I wasn't expecting. Bespin returns to Battlefront 2, and the thing I like about it so much is that they haven't changed. Obviously they've had strike, I'm not sure. What I wanted to do in this stream was just, before I add the new progression system into the game, the new patch. So servers will be down tomorrow from 7 to 12, and then in the afternoon the progression system and the patch will go live. So what I wanted to do in this stream was basically, my Wi-Fi is taking a dump apparently right now. Video is buffering. It's fine now. Oh, okay, cool. What I wanted to do in this stream was basically sort everything out. I want everything to be prepared for the new progression system. So what I'm going to do before we get into any gameplay is have a quick look at all of my star cards for all of my classes and heroes and starfighters, everything. So let me just see if I have a... Oh no, 9 hours, okay. So the problem I'm finding is, as we know, well, I follow most of Elliot, aka Battlefront Updates' videos, and he said in his latest video that, or the video before, that you use your crafting parts. Yes, 1,800. I've been grinding all week, basically. Saved all my crafting parts, spent all my credits, most of them. Completed milestones, still got a few to do, and when Devron gets here he'll be happy to know that I've not got far to go until I unlock the DC-15 LE explosive shot. Finally we can get back on some of those trolls. Anyway, he said that your crafting parts, if you save them and spend them, transfer them to skill points, you can then level up your star cards. But now he's saying that you can transfer them into skill points, but you can't actually level up your star cards. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to potentially unlock every base star card in the game. To do that, yeah, it's getting enough tomorrow, so I want to make the most of it today. I believe for the assault I have all star cards unlocked, so that's good. Don't need to get any for that. Heavy, okay, I've got a few to unlock, so let's do that now. Actually, to be honest, some of these aren't really... Oh yeah, the ion turret is OP. I'll get that one. Officer. Got quite a few to get with the officer. Diffuser. Oh, I don't want to get anything like that. Nah. Not really. Yes, want that one. Yep, that one's good. And yeah, that one. Oh, I've already got it equipped. Never mind. Specialists, I bet I've got loads. I haven't unlocked a few. Yeah, want that one. And this one, improved shot grenade. That's all I'm gonna... Nah, I'm not gonna get these ones. I can unlock those another time. Okay. Enforcer. I think I need to unlock some more star cards for this. Oh no, I've got them Aerial. I've got them all as well. I think I need to upgrade some though. We can do that a little bit later on. Right, heroes. Okay, Boba Fett, I've got all of them. Bosk, I've got all of them. Yep. Same for Chewie, obviously Darth Vader. Yep, got all of them. Kylo Ren, I think I've got all of them. Yep. I don't think I've got them all for Iron. Oh no, I do. Oh no, I don't. Yeah, I'll get that one. Yeah, got them all for Han. Right, Palpatine. Yeah, yep, I've got more of him as well. Oh no, Lando. Yeah. Leia. No, yeah, okay. Oh, I've unlocked the remote for Leia. Luke, I think I've got them all. Yeah. Maul, yeah. Thanks to all that grinding you did, you got nearly all the star cards. That is, yeah, it is pretty cool. Phasma, I've got more surprisingly, since she's probably the worst. Everyone says Phasma is the worst villain, or hero in general, but I actually quite enjoy playing as her, especially on Heroes vs Villains. Well, I've only played as her on Heroes vs Villains, never had the chance to on Galactic Assault. Finn, I don't think I've got them all for. Oh no, I do. Yoda, I think there's one missing. No, I've got them all for Yoda as well. Okay, so finally, let's see if Rey has them all. Rey's got a few missing. Might as well get these ones. Boobies. We all love them, don't we, Troller? I think that's it. Starfighters. Now, okay, no, I'm not going to waste my. I don't play Starfighters all that much. I'm going to leave the Starfighters for now. But good, all the heroes, we've got all the base star cards, so I won't have to do any of that once the new progression system hits. Squishy and floppy. Okay. What I wanted to ask you guys is, what are you guys doing with all of your crafting parts? Are you going to spend them all now, or are you going to convert them into skill points? Because apparently, one skill point can level up any star card. So if I want to go from uncommon, rare to epic, it's only going to cost one skill point. Is that correct, or am I wrong? Because I think I'm wrong on that. I'm not entirely sure. I just want to like make sure that I'm not getting confused, because I don't want to like convert all my things into all my crafting parts into skill points and then not level up when I, you know. I can't do anything because I'm grounded until Thursday. Oh, well, it's Wednesday tomorrow, so only one day. Right. I'm going to quickly just check how many more kills I need to get to unlock the DC-15 LE, because Devrang was... Oh, wow. Only, only 18 kills I need to get, so we might as well go and do, let's go and unlock that. Oh, hang on. Okay. Defeat 10 enemies in Blast. Let's do it. I get 1,000 credits for it. I could buy more crates with it. Let's do that. Complete a milestone and get some more kills. I'm going to use my crafting parts for the skill points, so I'm grinding for them. Understandable, Vic. Yeah, I'm pretty much doing the same. Like, the beginning of the week, when the new progression system was announced, I had maybe 400 crafting parts, and I just played Heroes vs Villains Galactic Assault over and over again for hours, and I got that many crafting parts. The only thing is that if I use my skill points on star cards, they won't level up, and I can't. But so in order to make them level up, I feel like I'll have to play double the amount of time I've played to unlock the cards at this point. What I'm saying is I feel like I should be able to get the epic cards now, because I spent a lot of time playing the game, especially when it's been broken. I feel like I'm kind of being cheated out on my epic star cards because they're asking me, no, play some more and then you can unlock them, and feel like you've earned them when I already feel like I've earned them. Mr. Legend Killer, isn't today meant to be a Fortnite stream? No. Well, because I have no other way of contacting you guys, okay, this is what I'm going to ask you guys to do from now on. If there's any way I need to contact you and I can't get, obviously, let you know of something. Oh, nice. Anyway, the way I'm going to ask for you guys to contact me is basically just use the comment system of the previous video that I done. So earlier today, yesterday evening, I posted on the comment section of my stream, the 5-hour one, that I would not be streaming last night because my internet was down, but thankfully today it's working fine and I'm able to stream. But I also said that because it's the new progression system tomorrow and this will be the last day playing the one we've got at the moment, that I would be playing Battlefront today. I'll be playing Battlefront again tomorrow, new progression system, and then on Thursday I'll change it up and we can play a bit of Fortnite. Just switch them around, you know. Got my phone number. Phone numbers is a very difficult thing for me because I live in the UK and numbers are not compatible. Like, at first I didn't know this, but I can't remember who it was. I think it was Commander Doom, if you guys remember him. Oh wait, why am I playing as the Assault? I want the Heavy. Yeah, he gave me his phone number. I tried ringing it, I even tried texting him, nothing worked. Because it's not compatible with different countries, our numbers are completely different. Like here in the UK, all phone numbers start with the letter 0 before, any other number. And I always found that weird, but that's just how it works. So phone numbers, unfortunately, is a little bit of a problem. I'm honestly thinking the best way for me to keep in contact with you guys is, as much trouble as I have with it, probably going to be Discord. I'm going to ask a friend if he can help me set it up. I also have I have a PS4 community, but I stopped posting on it because I only had 40 people join. But I can start posting more on that to let people know when I'm streaming, when I won't be. It's just a little bit awkward. 17 more kills with this, and then we've done it. Oh god. Oh, I thought that was Imperial. Hangouts. What about that? Google, is it Google Hangouts? Okay, I don't know what that is, so can you guys actually tell me, please? They are compatible, but it costs money to call someone difficult. Oh, okay, I see. Alright, I understand. You guys know me, I'm a tech noob, I don't really know much about this stuff. So yeah, if you want to keep in contact with me, I'd say for now the best way to do it is just on the YouTube comment section of whatever my previous video is. So for example, if I'm going to let you guys know that I won't be streaming tomorrow, I will post a comment on this video once it's done. Just for future reference. I can't even see where I was getting shot from. And now, just when I turn on my shield, I'm gonna die. It's a messaging site. I use it with my friend. You can even FaceTime it. It's like $5 every 25 minutes on call. So for me, that would be about £7. So it's quite a lot. It's quite expensive. Because like all family who live in the UK, and that's what it costs. Oh really? You have family that live here in the UK? It's pretty awesome. I love it when we have Americans over here. If you're American, that is. Either way, I still love having it when we have American. Like when I meet an American, it's just nice to know, oh wow, you actually like us. Because there's a stereotype that Americans don't like British people, and I really don't like it, because I like American people. Like if I had an American girlfriend, my family, let's just say it would be a little bit awkward at first, but I'd love that American girlfriend. The app is free. Oh yeah, I could definitely get if there's a way to do it, and that's the way to do it, then I'm fine with doing it. Yeah, my grandparents are American. Oh, okay. Are you British? Or are you both? Yes, 16 more kills. Oh no, I've got 8 kills and 5 assists. I never realised. Anyway, gonna ghost watch the stream, hope you don't mind. Yeah, it's fine. As long as I have a few people to talk to, it's no problem. 15, I think. Maybe I've been not been keeping it. 14, I think. Oh, what an idiot. No. Oh, assist. British accent is cool as... Yep, for some reason the Americans are obsessed with our accents. And for some reason on my streams everyone talked about mine. Oh no. 2 death troopers, I'm screwed. I got an assist on one, wow. I love the accent. Thank you. I think I'm lost. Be right back, go to Publix. Going where? Only by 2 kills. I'm gonna get those 2 kills back. Maybe not. Yeah, I'm not gonna get those 2 kills back. Now we're down 5. What's Publix? Yeah, I was about to say the same thing. Whoa, wait, where are you getting shot from? Oh, I see. Oh, he's dead. Please don't shoot a rocket at me. Oh crap. You're useless Yes! Got one. And I thought I was dead for sure then. Oh, they left. Oh no. Yeah, I'm dead now. I've actually got 11 kills, 8 assists.
Can't last much longer.
We can do it. We can shoot those Imperial scum. Or not. No, I will not let you kill me. I will not be the one of the last 15 to die.
They're coming apart. One solid blow will do it.
Oh no. No! No! Damn it. Oh, it's only 6 to 5, 4. No, 4, yeah.
We can do this.
3. They're screwed. 2. Might as well just end it myself. Wow.
Will have to fend for itself.
It didn't work. Well, you try. Oh my god, do you remember that? Well, you try. That was a meme. Yeah, I remember that bit. Did you just say that, like, generally, or did you mean it as the meme? Because that was funny. Well, you try. Oh, only 11 kills left. The meme, awesome. I'm happy you remembered that. We should bring that back. Bring back the well you try meme. Oh, I'm rank 39 now. What's the maximum rank at the moment? 50, right? I think it's 50, I'm not sure. Yes, I like Stark in the base. This map's awesome. What was I going to say? Something about... Wasn't something announced for Star Wars this week? No, I can't remember now. I think there's something about Star Wars in the news this week. No, completely lost it. I don't think it was that big news. Something about episode 9. That was my arm, by the way. It just clipped. Oh wow, the resistance are screwed. Oh, let's destroy them. Oh no, I'm playing as the wrong character.
Resistance troops are assaulting the base.
One death. Technically that shouldn't count as a death, though, just a respawning, because I haven't technically been killed. I've changed my character, and to do that I had to... Well, it would have been the same if I got killed, so I guess it, you know, time to dominate. Yeah, 4 resistance. This is going to be easy. Yes, got one. And I'm gonna die now. No. Against 4, and I died. My God.
I'm at your side.
Servers are kind of dead. We've already got 9 people on our team. It's 20 maximum on this, right? Yes, got another one. 9 kills left with this, 8 kills left with this thing, and we are good to go for the exploding shot. No, 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 I can't move with this because it's exploding sentry. Where? Never mind, he's gone. It would be sad if they beat you. It would indeed, wouldn't it? They're not gonna. Okay, maybe they are. There he is. The fact that they even killed 8 of us. Even though one of them was my death, so 7. But one of them was my respawning. This is pointless. Got one. No, 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 no. Oh. Oh no. I've lost count now of how many kills I've got. What? Did that guy go flying? 5. 5 player kill streak. That guy looked like he went flying before I shot him. No, just as I shot him. I don't think it was me though. I don't have the explosive shot. Got 2 of them. Sweet. No, one of them was an assist. I'm gonna die right now. One of them's a Wookiee. Yep, one was a Wookiee. No, it was exploding sentry. He had superpowers. Yeah.
Reinforcements are here.
Just to let you know, guys, this stream's not going to be one of my long ones. I've got to get up early tomorrow. $2 it's going to be. Maximum. Minimum 2 hours, but I don't want to go more than 2.5 hours today. Hopefully we start getting more viewers. We've only got 1 person watching at the moment, but sometimes YouTube lies, so I'm not entirely sure. Hopefully we haven't got that. Oh no. No, 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 no. Seriously? 53? Oh, there's not. Okay, there's quite a few of them now. I think it's just me, but thanks for letting me know. No problem. They're all over. Okay, this has got more interesting. Yeah. Not gonna lie, now that I've been playing the heavy so much, even without the explosive shot, I really enjoy the heavy class now. I guess, Devram was right, practice. Oh no.
Reinforcements are here.
9 kills. I think 2 more and then we would have made it. 1 more, and then we've completed the milestone. And we'll get another milestone for finishing the, I think how many kills? One more kill. Done it. Got it. We've unlocked the exploding shot. Let's try it out. That didn't work. Kill me, please. Thank you. Right. Let's equip this thing. Wait, what? Oh, I don't get it yet. Actually, no. Now that I've finished, let's play as a rocket trooper.
I'm at your side.
Rebel. I mean, in resistance person. I'll show them. Actually, I don't know. Am I gonna see? What the? How? Oh, of course. Troll, that's going away tomorrow. You won't be able to use it anymore. Still got 5,000 battle points. I don't know if it's just me. I find female stormtroopers really hot. Kind of feel sad when I kill one of them. Just blending into the environment.
Mission status optimal.
Boom! And I just wasted a rocket. No! Mobile sentry. Still got enough battle points to keep going. We can keep this up, you resistance piece of... You can't really say resistance scum. Rebel scum's taken. I'm gonna die. God damn it. Okay, I'm not wasting any more. Wait, I've got the SE-44C. Oh no, SE-44. That's the SE-44C. Oh well. I'll give the officer a go. Captain Phasma. What about Phasma? To be honest, I wish you could have maybe not lightsaber heroes, but blast heroes on strike. Maybe not blast, but strike. I feel like heroes aren't in enough game modes. Hopefully, with the new game modes that they're adding into the game, which they said they would be in the coming weeks, not months. They said weeks. And there's only, well, starting this week, only 2 weeks left of March.
We must retreat. We have failed.
That's another blast. Blast is a bit boring, just killing enemies. I want an objective to play. Oh wait, did that say complete 10 rounds of blast or get 10 kills in blast? Well, you try. Oh, never gets old. Yes, we've completed it. My journey towards the exploding shot side has been complete. That was cheesy as fuck. Finally, let's see what this is all about. Because everyone uses it. I agree, they do need more hero. Yeah, because sometimes the heroes to get in Galactic Assault, if they thought it was hard, people thought it was hard at 5,000 credits. Now it's 6,000, some even 8,000. I feel like maybe it should be bumped down a little bit. I thought 5,000 was a good number. 6,000, a bit too much. Even 5,000, I struggled getting in the beta, but I sucked in the beta. I'm doing much better in the main game than the beta. Even though they're pretty much the same in terms of aiming and shooting. Oh, I've got more crates. Look, what one crate? Daily crate. Okay. Let's see what we get. And I got more credits to spend on crates. Yes, the long waiting screens are annoying. We get 75 credits, 15 craft earth. Useless. Well, might as well spend a few credits. Yeah, they're all going to be duplicates. Can I not get some upgrades? Come on. Ah. Uncommon. Rare. Still not much. Only one more. Another. No. Rare is blue, uncommon is green. I keep getting confused. Okay. Oh no, I can buy one more. Oh, great. Just, base star card. Got a few more crafting parts though. Right. Career. Action collection. Defeat 10 enemies in blast. Oh yeah, I got 1,000 credits. Nice. And that was a time challenge. Okay, heavy. Yes, we finally have it. The exploding shot. Improves the reduced recoil. Oh, I don't know which one to choose. Which one? Yeah. Reduce recoil definitely works. And I've had to use the zoom before. So let's see what it's like. Alright, I'm gonna head into a game of Strike and test it out. So Victory, since you're the only one here, why don't we have a little bit of a chat? I want to know which heroes you want to come into the game. I want to know what planets you want to come into the game, and for certain heroes, I want to know what alternate skins you would like to see in the game. And then once you've said yours, I'll say mine. It's kind of boring talking to no one except myself. You want Ben Kenobi? So Obi-Wan Kenobi, and there's a skin you'd like to see Ben Kenobi. It would be cool, but I think it would be a little bit strange seeing young Obi-Wan running really fast across the battlefield, and you just see old Obi-Wan like running across the battlefield at super speed for a force jumping really high and all that. I understand that the Force is what gives the Jedi's power, and age isn't really a problem, just like a Yoda. But still, it might look a little bit strange. But yeah, like I really want to see old Luke in the game. But that would be, yeah, it would be really cool. It would be awesome. Can you imagine if you had a Force Ghost skin where none of the enemies could see you? But if you have a lightsaber, because it's like a lightsaber. Actually, no. Thinking about it now. Yoda had a walking stick in The Last Jedi, and it was a Force Ghost walking stick, and he hit Luke on the head with it as a physical object. So maybe Ben Kenobi, imagine Force Ghost Ben Kenobi running around the city, or running around a map, but all you can see is his lightsaber. And you can shoot at him, but he can't die, so he's basically invincible. And it will be basically like, DICE would have, you could play as Ben Kenobi Force Ghost for maybe one day. Everyone gets a chance to play as him, or certain people get a chance to play as him. Like basically, a thing pops up on your screen saying, "You have the chance to play. You have the chance to play as Ben Kenobi Force Ghost. Use your time wisely, as this will be the only time you get." Oh, why am I playing as Assault?
Rebel snapped in a package.
If you are blue and transparent, yeah. Oh, Jeddah City. I'd like it, but I think in terms of maps, there's not really much you could do because we don't see much of it in the movie.
Package in the open.
I think Jeddah as a planet, and you could have Jeddah City as one of the maps, would be really cool. You could also have Saw Gerrera's
Stealing our data.
base, and you could also have what else is there on Jeddah? Outside Saw Gerrera's base, where the planet, like basically the plains of the planet, where we see it get destroyed at the end of the movie. Wow, look at this thing. I can understand why everyone loves this. Wow. Getting kills is so much easier. Oh man, I'm gonna use this while I've got it. Oh crap. Wow, I killed the Wookiee with a supercharged exploding sentry. Look how many battle points I got.
What's the plan?
Now I want that. Okay, so you said a character you want in the game. I'll say a character I want in the game. Now, this is probably a long shot. We're not going to get, like, everyone's saying, oh, we're going to get Duke, we're going to get Grievous. But this one, I'm not entirely sure if we'll get him. A character I really want in the game is Grand Admiral Thrawn from Star Wars Rebels. Well, not just Star Wars Rebels, but he's in other stuff as well. He's got his own novel. He's getting a sequel novel, which I can't wait to read that. He's also in, obviously, the old EU. He was in the Thrawn trilogy, and there was a sequel trilogy, I believe. He had his own origin book, I think. But he's been in a lot of different media. But to see him in the game, so I can already think of a bunch of abilities he'd have. He'd have some kind of tactic ability, where he always knows what the enemy's plan is, and he always has a counter to it. It's like one of his abilities. Another ability, obviously his main weapon would be his pistol that he has in Rebels. The same one as the officer in this game, but obviously it'll be a better version. Another one of his abilities could be, he heals his enemies, he heals his allies to full capacity because he's so, like, his battle tactics always bring out the best in other people. It's like basically when Thrawn's in command, the Empire does a lot better. So one of his abilities is that. And another one could be something to do with his weapon. He'd be like Krennic from the first game, but a lot better. Oh wow, this is too easy. Oh man. I never play this well. Right, welcome back, Troller. Yeah, and okay, so obviously heroes come in pairs. So I'd say the one to go with Thrawn is probably going to be someone like Ezra Bridger. Now I'd say in terms of offense, Ezra's attacks would be very similar to Rey's. His abilities would be, well, the thing with Jedi is, Jedi all do the same things. So abilities for them would be, well, really, what could you have for them? There's force push, force pull, mind trick, which you've already got. Now, okay, I'm gonna go through a bunch of ideas that I had for this game that aren't necessarily Rebels related. Now, I know I have an idea, and I have abilities, and for this idea as well. Now, I know we didn't see him do much in The Last Jedi, but I truly believe that Supreme Leader Snoke would make an excellent hero in this game. Now, the reason why I say this is because
Package returned to base.
Snoke, he was very, very powerful with the Force. Very, very powerful. Now, and I've come up with a bunch of abilities that you guys might find a little bit interesting for Snoke.
Humps on me.
And I'll go through those now. So, this was a blink and you miss it moment, but there's one point in the Last Jedi where Kylo Ren and Snoke are in his throne room, and Snoke is giving Kylo Ren a scolding for being beaten by Rey. She says, "You were bested by a girl who'd never used the lightsaber, you failed," and all that. And then Kylo stands up and is like, "What? You can't say that to me!" Like, and then Snoke uses Force lightning on the ground, and it rebounds off the ground, the floor, and bounces and hits Kylo. Now, I was thinking this would make a really cool ability in Battlefront 2. The reason why, and it wouldn't be similar to Palpatine, it wouldn't be his main ability. Like, Snoke doesn't use a weapon in well, any of what he appears in, so all his powers are going to have to be, his main focus of attack, I would say, could be Force, some kind of Force attack. Now, I thought of his abilities, like what I've got in the abilities, like the three extra abilities that all heroes have. But his main, like, actual, like, you know, basically Darth Vader's main attack is his lightsaber. Palpatine's is his lightning. For Snoke, I haven't really thought of one yet, so maybe you guys could help me come up with. But the three abilities I have come up with for Snoke are: 1, lightning rebound. Now, Snoke is, say he's in a room of enemies. Now, it will be very similar to Palpatine's chain lightning, but much more powerful. For example, Snoke would shoot lightning at the ground, and the lightning would bounce off the ground and hit any enemies in front of Snoke, whatever the radius of the attack is. Basically, do it the same effect as Palpatine's chain lightning. It hits anyone it touches, but it's basically his electrocute with the effects of the chain lightning. But it hits the ground and bounces off to the enemies. Yes, and he would have an awesome Force freeze. It would make Kylo Ren's look like dog. But yes, that's the second ability. Now, I'll get to that. The second ability is his Force freeze, where I was thinking maybe instead of the freeze, because it's too similar to Kylo, he does what he did to Rey, where he holds them in the air and torches them. So, first attack is lightning rebound. Second attack is Force torture. Come up with a better name for it. His third ability is, now I don't know if any of you remember this, but there is a scene, obviously in the throne room scene, before what happens, Snoke is basically throwing Rey across the room with the Force. Now I was thinking, one, like you know how Luke Skywalker has the Force push, and Darth Maul has the chokehold. I was thinking Snoke could have something a bit similar, but you know how in one scene, do you know how when Rey has the lightsaber and she's running up to Snoke to kill him with it, she takes Kylo's lightsaber and she runs up to Snoke. Snoke basically moves his hand in a slight gesture, and Rey flies across the room. I was thinking one ability for Snoke would be that, a Force gesture, let's just say. And oh my god, GJ5 Trooper, how you doing? What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's been ages. I have a ton of questions. So the ability would be, troopers are running at him and he uses this ability and it pushes the troopers away, damaging them at the same time. Now I was thinking, since Luke Skywalker's Force push doesn't really do damage, how about they change it up so the actual attack doesn't damage the enemy, but the enemy hitting the wall or the force in which they hit the floor actually causes damage. So yeah, those are my personal abilities that I would give Supreme Leader Snoke in game. What do you guys think? What do you guys think of those Snoke abilities? So I'll go over them again. There's lightning rebound. Snoke uses his Force lightning shoots it at the ground, and it bounces off the ground, attacking all enemies in sight, dealing damage. Second ability is Force Torture, where Snoke holds his enemies up in the air and tortures them just like he does to Rey in the movie, dealing lots of damage. And his final ability is Force Gesture, let's just say, and this ability where he knocks the enemy away from him when they're charging at him, and the force of which they fall on the ground or hit a wall is what deals damage. So I would say Snoke would be a very offensive hero, because I don't think we've seen the last of Snoke in the movies. I reckon if Snoke doesn't return in episode 9, he will return somewhere down the line. Whether it be a prequel movie. Personally, I'm hoping he returns in episode 9. Right. If Marvel, I did not watch it, that would be good for Snoke. Yeah, thank you. I've honestly had these ideas for a while. Like when I was I remember sitting in the cinema watching the last show. I was like, wow, when he does the lightning on cars, like imagine that in Battlefront 2, where he shoots the ground and it hits enemies. But unfortunately, Snoke is not in the game, and to be honest, I can understand why. But and who knows? Maybe he returns in episode 9 and he's super powerful and he does even more amazing stuff. Like another one I was thinking, well, maybe for Count Dooku, an ability could be, you know how Vader does the chokehold, where he grabs the enemy with the force, chokes them, and they are in the air. At the same time, maybe Dooku could shoot them with force lightning while they're in the air. I was thinking that could be similar. It would be different to Palpatine, but it would still be a force lightning attack. Anyway, enough about that. We'll get back to this in a moment. But Infinity War, we have to talk about the trailer. How did you find the trailers, DC? Oh my god. Wow. The first trailer was incredible, but then the second one, basically, they gave us what we wanted. Like, to be honest, I'm not gonna lie, I think Thanos doesn't look really cool in his basic look. And so fans have complained about it, and then in the second trailer they show Thanos wearing his armor. It's like Marvel know what the fans want. I know it's a flashback scene, but we still get to see him wearing his armor, and I think that's really cool. I understand that he takes his armor off when he gets the Infinity Stones, but I'd love to see him in a fight scene without the Infinity Stones and he's wearing his armor. Told you things months ago which were proved. Yeah, Cap has a new shield and Thor's new hammer. Not a fan of Cap's new shield, to be honest. Don't know, it's just very small, it's grey. I thought it'd at least be red and white. Maybe not blue. Or maybe not red and white. Maybe, I was thinking it would be blue. I have no idea. Thor's new hammer is awesome. I heard a rumour that Groot helps make the hammer. He uses part of his body, like he breaks off a branch of his body to make the handle, and that's why it looks so organic looking instead of, like, you know, Thor's hammer Mjolnir looked. I have no idea. I never watched it. I want Troopers in DC. If you want me to watch it, now tell me yes. I think it will only be temporary. Oh, what, the yeah, the shield. I reckon Tony's gonna fly in, he's gonna throw Cap's shield back at him and say, you deserve this more than I do, Steve, and then they fight together. It's gonna be awesome. That's what I want to happen. I want Tony to fly in and give Steve his shield back. Stop the gunship. No, oh yes, nice work, boys. What the hell? Get out! No! Ha! All home screen. Yeah. Trailers are amazing. Thanos armor and Kikamura walking up. Yeah! That was so awesome. Finally getting some flashback scenes for Gamora. In the trailer, where Force summons the lightning, the Stormbreaker is edited out. Oh really? So he actually has the hammer in his hand. Because I love Thor having a hammer, but I thought what they did in Ragnarok, just giving him lightning powers, was such a cool move and great character development. So I'm a little bit annoyed that they're giving him a hammer back so quickly, but I can understand why. People are like, what? It's not Thor if he doesn't have a hammer. But that's not going to take away from my enjoyment of the movie. This movie is going to be incredible. And guess what? It comes out in a few weeks. I can actually say that now. The scene... Oh, that scene is the scene where he acquires the hammer. Star Wars vs Marvel. What would you watch the movie? I'd watch it, but it would be incredibly stupid. Earth does not exist in Star Wars, so the idea of Star Wars crossing over with any other franchise is just bizarre to me. Can you imagine Darth Vader's reaction to seeing cars on Earth? He'd be like, "Ha, you still have wheels." We don't even know what wheels are in this universe. One more trailer in a few weeks, then the movie. We're getting another trailer? As much as that's cool, I'm probably not going to watch it. I honestly think they've shown enough with the second trailer. There's only so much you can show before you go into the movie. I honestly don't want the movie spoiled for me. Or at least really awesome scenes spoiled for me. A finale trailer. That is very impressive. That is awesome that we're getting another trailer. Only more dialogue in the last trailer, no new scenes. Oh, okay, that's okay. What's Infinity about? Basically, Avengers Infinity War is the culmination of the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe, which started 10 years ago with the release of Iron Man 1. This main plot of the story, I'm guessing, is Thanos is looking for all 6 Infinity Stones, which, once he gets them all, he'll be able to balance the universe, as he says. So wiping out half of everything and leaving half for some reason. And the Avengers have to stop him from getting the stones, so I'm guessing, like Tony says in the trailer, they know what he wants, so they do the same thing he's doing. They get the Infinity Stones before he does. It's basically going to be a race against time. I don't mind seeing more. Like, obviously, Last Jedi, it only had 2 main trailers. The first one and the second one. The second one was amazing. I felt like the third one, like if they did make a third one, which they didn't, then the movie might have been a little bit less enjoyable for me. I'd give you advice, take a box of tissues with you. That implies to me that, one of the main 4 Avengers are going to die, but I don't understand. Aren't all 4 main Avengers going to be in the next Avengers? Or, I have a theory here, time travel is going to be involved. I reckon that one Avenger is going to die in this movie, maybe more. Tony is going to take the time stone, reverse time, go back however far it is, and warn those Avengers that have died that Thanos is coming. And basically he's going to go back in time and stop it from all happening. Some people think Spider-Man is going to die and Tony's going to have to save him in the next movie. I think people might be onto something, to be honest. I know it's a very dark move from Marvel, and Spider-Man's only been in 3 movies so far. Well, as of now, 2 movies. He's only been Civil War and Homecoming. We're going to see the Avengers and Guardians face some major consequences. Marvel is cool, but not interesting to me, but you guys are nerds about it. The thing about Marvel is, what I like is, it's all one story. Yes, the movies have different plots, but they all mean something to the overall story. And I think that's amazing. The fact that they've been able to keep continuity for this long 10 years, and it's still going, and it's still going to continue going for the next 10 years. The fact that it's amazing, and they're bringing new characters in. We're getting X-Men Fantastic Four in the future, which I never thought would happen in my... Well, it would happen in my lifetime, but it wouldn't happen as soon as it is happening. Shall I give you a little teaser about Vision? Yeah, sure, why not? Let me quickly tell my cousin
The Resistance has dropped the package. Guard it.
about you being in the stream. He goes to Wakanda to get the stone removed. Really? I honestly thought he goes to Wakanda because Wakanda is the most, you know, technologically advanced country in the world, and they might have the technology to keep him alive. Or keep him away from Thanos. Or the Black Order, whoever's going after him. I reckon it's going to be the Black Order, because you see Corvus Glaive, his spear in Vision's head. But the fact, really, is he going to ask Shuri if she can remove it for him? If so, that is an incredible plot development. How will Vision be able to live without the stone? Like, he'll still be able to live, but he won't have the powers. Like, he won't be able to go intangible and all that. But basically, because Vision was designed by Vision is basically an AI in a body. But the Mind Stone gives him humanity. That's what I think. So I think Vision could still be alive, but without the stone he'll lose his humanity. That moment you don't understand you boys are talking about, but it's nice to listen to. Troller, if you want a good movie to watch, even if you haven't watched all the movies before, I would recommend watch this movie. You will have a hell of a time in it. It's going to be amazing, it really is, and I'm stuck. Yes, in the scene in the trailer, Shuri is holding the hologram of Vision, and he's on the table in front. Oh, so does maybe Corvus Glaive? I've got a theory. In the first trailer, we see Vision with Scarlet Witch in a dark room, and also in that dark room, we see Corvus Glaive attacking Vision and trying to get the stone out of his head. That's when he's screaming. So my theory is Corvus Glaive is gonna meet Vision, fight him, defeat him, try and take the stone. He's gonna fail because some other Avengers turn up to protect Vision. They get away. They go to Wakanda. Vision gets the stone removed. Somehow Thanos gets it. He would be, and I'll give you, well, he would be as cold as Ultron if they remove his humanity. Yes. Potentially maybe a new villain going forward. We don't know. Anything could happen. If I don't get a boner, it's not. You will get a boner if you like Scarlett Johansson. You will probably get one. If you like Scarlett Johansson with blonde hair, which I don't, personally.
Reinforcements are here.
And all I know is Bucky is now known as White Wolf instead of Winter Soldier, which is pretty cool. I believe White Wolf is actually a character related to Black Panther in the comics. I don't know if it's Bucky, because Bucky becomes Captain America after Steve Rogers dies in the comics. But then Captain America comes back like a couple of years later, but like Steve Rogers does. Yes. No, no. Oh. So go on then, GTA 5 should tell us more. Tell us more about Bucky, because Bucky's been surrounded a bit of secrecy, to be honest. Like, he's got a brand new arm, vibranium. Oh, Shuri, don't know how to spell her name. Makes a software with Wakanda technology to remove the code around it. Yeah, I know that because I've read the Avengers Infinity War prelude comic. When you said that out loud, stuff came out of my nose. What you said, do not worry, you will get a... I meant for the women. Unless you're into guys. Which is perfectly fine. Oh crap. Oh, this should not actually come out of your nose, that's disgusting. Well, Bucky takes more of a leader role. Awesome, that's cool, I like that. I'm the only white guy here, so I'm taking command now. That's I get that's what people are gonna think. He sees this as a chance to prove himself to Tony and the rest of the Avengers. Oh, I see. To make up for his crimes. And yeah, Tony definitely has a bone to pick with him because he killed his parents. The thing I'm wondering is, the Russo brothers said that Avengers Infinity War would be a continuation of Civil War. So what I'm wondering is when Cap and Tony meet again, are they gonna fight again, or are they at least gonna like not get on for a while before they eventually bury the hatchet? Modern colonization. Yeah, I personally think that maybe the Civil War is not over. It'll be very, very brief, but. And also, I saw, I think, a Robert Downey Jr. interview that said he doesn't quite forgive Steve yet, and he kind of wants to punch him in the face because, you know, he destroyed his suit and all that. The word civil is used to describe their relationship. The Russos used it in a smart way. Yeah. Wow, they did, yeah. That's a very good, great way of putting it.
The package is not secure. Stop the resistance troop that is carrying it.
Tell us more, GG. What I want to know is, right. Now, I'm saying this. I don't know if you can tell us this, but us Marvel nerds, we all know that so far in the MCU, Iron Man has had 48 suits, so 47 suits. In Avengers Infinity War, he has a really awesome new looking suit. Most people think this is the Mark 48. Some of us think it's the Mark 50, because the Mark 50 is apparently Tony's like milestone suit. It's going to be the next big thing, you know. But we know that there's a Hulkbuster 2.0, a second Hulkbuster. So I think that maybe the Hulkbuster 2.0 is the Mark 49, and the Mark 50 is an unseen suit so far, a brand new, really cool looking Iron Man suit. Can you confirm or deny this? What I want to know is, because also also we see in the newest trailer, it looks like Tony's armor has pretty much been ripped off. So I don't think that maybe that's going to be his final armor. I want to know, does Tony Stark have another armor in this movie? Like, yes, the new Hulkbuster Tony doesn't necessarily. I can't confirm or deny. Oh, so you can't tell me. So that makes me think that maybe that Tony's got a really cool Mark 50 suit. Like, I'm a huge fan of the suit that he wears in this movie, but I can't say the armor in this movie is nanotech. Yes, I mean I can say that's awesome. Nanotech. Does he get it from Wakanda? If so, that's awesome. The suit up of this movie outdoes the rest. Oh man, that's what I love about the Avengers films. They have elements that feel like sequels to the individual character movies. Like Thor has his moments. You make people think, oh, this is like Thor 4. Iron Man has moments. Iron Man 4. That's what I love about the Avengers films. So it's like bleeding edge armor. Yeah, I can tell DC has a humongous but honestly I'm not that, you know, into it. That sounded incredibly weird. This gun is a freaking beast. Now I know why so many people use it. It's kind of sad that I only get one day with it. The Hulkbuster armor is, yes, I know that the armor is for Bruce.
The package has been returned.
There's a teaser. But what I want to know, I just want to know is, does Tony get another suit? Because if you count all the armors he had in all the MCU movies, including the second Hulkbuster, that comes up to 49 suits. And in the comics, Iron Man's Mark 50 is like his best suit ever. But I just wanted to know if the movies are following that, because 49 suits, that's a bit of a strange number to end on, so I reckon there's one more. And it's going to be the best badass suit that we've ever seen him wear. Don't spoil anything in the movie, like main plot points, but yeah, it's pretty obvious that from the newest trailer, Hulk Buster's going to get destroyed, the Outriders are going to start ripping into it, Hulk busts out and basically kills them all.
We are doing well, but don't get overconfident.
I can't say whether or not it's 49 or 50. That's okay. Not long to wait. I'm sure we'll find out. Or maybe it might not even be in this movie. They might save it for Avengers 4. This would suck. Disney butts rival the day before Infinity War, and they cancel the movie. You'd be pissed. They would never do that. Disney buys Marvel the day. Disney already own Marvel. It won't disappoint. Yeah, I have no... The only thing that I'm worried about with this movie is that certain characters aren't going to get a lot of screen time, and certain characters aren't going to interact with each other, because I feel like... I have to go now, but no problem, Vic, see you in a bit. I feel like there's going to be 3 teams of Avengers. There's going to be Iron Man's team, there's going to be Captain America's team, so the Iron Man's team, so Iron Man and whatever Guardians and Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, and Wong, they're all in a team. Then we have the Wakanda team, and then we have the Thor, Rocket and Groot Guardians team. I just don't want characters that, like, I want to see all of the characters interact with each other, all of them. I want to see Hulk talk to Rocket and Groot. I want to see Spider-Man make fun that Rocket Raccoon is a raccoon, you know, things like that. There's things called pre-critics who watch the movie as soon as it's finished, and word is this is an 8.3 out of 10. Wow. Can you say this? Is it better than Black Panther? Because Black Panther was, wow, it was incredible. I kind of really want it to be better than Black Panther, because we've been building up to this for God knows how, well, yeah, 10 years. The Avengers Initiative was announced in Iron Man 1. 10 years down the line, we're getting the 3rd Avengers movie. And then next year, we're getting a 4th. This is an 8.3 out of 10. I haven't seen it all yet, but I really loved Black Panther. Yeah. So can you confirm this? Is there going to be a scene with every single Avenger, old Avengers, new Avengers, Guardians of the Galaxy, all together fighting Thanos and the Black Order? Or maybe just Thanos, we don't know. If yes, that will be incredible, because the scene in the first Avengers where they all, you know, there's a circle, they're all, the music's playing, they just destroyed the Leviathan, and you know the scene I'm talking about, the first one, where the Avengers are all together for the first time. And Age of Ultron, where they're all fighting the Ultron drones, and that slow motion shot, it's so awesome. Are we going to get a scene like that, but with everyone? Like, my main concern for this movie is that certain characters aren't going to get enough screen time, and certain characters aren't going to interact with each other. But hey, my worries might be put to shame, because we all know there's a second one coming out next year. So if those characters don't interact with this one, we've got a whole nother movie to look forward to and speculate on. But what I don't like is they're not... Well, actually no, I don't not like it, but... Why would they announce Avengers Infinity War as a 2-part movie and then change it to though they're 2 separate movies now? Is the story different? Is the story completely different in both movies? Because people are saying it's technically not Infinity War Part 2. So I do think it's going to be a time travel movie, personally. All the evidence basically points to it. Just think, the Avengers are going up against Thanos in this movie. With how many Infinity Stones he has, one Infinity Stone could kill all of them. Let alone 6. So it has to be a time travel movie. They can't survive it. They have to at least all of them die. Only Tony lives. He goes back in time, tries and stops it from happening. that is my theory, pretty much. There's no other way they could put Thanos in another movie. The Avengers can't like, Thanos can't be like, you guys are quite strong. I'll come back and fight you another time. I don't think. I will say people looking at the cast list for Avengers 4 doesn't mean the actors are going to be in the movie. That's just bad marketing. Marvel aren't stupid to give things away on that front. Also, a lot of actors have been spotted on set. Like, we know Chris Evans and Robert Downey Jr. in it. Like, we don't know if Hulk and Thor are in it. Does that mean something? You know, I personally think that, well, we know Hulk's not going to die because Mark Ruffalo says that the two Avengers movies and Thor Ragnarok create a story arc for Hulk that could make its own movie. So maybe Thor bites the bullet in this one. Maybe Thor is the one that's going to die. But Chris Hemsworth did say, I finished filming my scenes for both Avengers movies. So, I don't know. We know 100% that Iron Man is going to be in both movies. And we know 100% Captain America is going to be in both movies. Whether it's a past version or future version, most likely past, we don't know. But we know those two characters are 100% going to be in the movie. But this movie it's very hard to speculate certain things because you just don't know what's going to happen. Because you know there's going to be a second movie, but it's hard to speculate how this movie could end. My theory is that the movie's going to play out as we've seen it has. The Avengers are fighting Thanos, they're getting the Infinity Stones, they're failing. At the end, Thanos kills most of the Avengers, and Tony Stark is like, oh shit, we're all gonna die. I'm gonna die. So Doctor Strange says to Tony right before he dies, take this, it will help you. And Tony goes back in time, and that's how the first movie ends. The first movie ends with Tony Stark using the time stone, reversing time, and then that's how the movie ends. It just cuts to black. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that kind of ending for the movie? How awesome would that be? It'll be incredibly frustrating because it's a cliffhanger, but it'll be a cliffhanger that will make like, I'll say this: 75% of this movie takes place on Titan. Really? 3/4 of the movie on one planet? Well, that's like saying on Earth, but that's okay. I find that understandable. People are saying that that wrecked planet that they all fight on in the trailers, like that reddy orange planet, is Titan. So if they're spending most of their time there, why are they spending most of their time there? Because we know where all but one of the Infinity Stones are. So has that got something to do with the Soul Stone? Is the Soul Stone on Titan? Yeah, it is. The Soul Stone's on Titan? Are you confirming that the Soul Stone is on Titan? Because some people are saying that the Soul Stone is Tony Stark, which I find incredibly stupid. Or some people are saying it's his arc reactor. It can't be. He threw his arc reactor away. Thanos' planet gets destroyed by these people, and now Thanos wants to build the best planet ever. Oh, he wants to rebuild his race. I didn't mean, yeah, it's the stone cliff. Oh, okay, yeah, sorry, I don't mean to speculate, or... Can you tell us anything about the Soul Stone? Small hints. Is there anything you can tell us about Soul Stone? Soul Stone. Who has it? No, don't tell me who has it. Can you at least hint as to where it is? Maybe the stone is a person. Oh no, I really don't want it to be a person. Actually, maybe it's a world. Some people are saying it's Heimdall because of the yellow eyes. Sorry, the orange eyes. And maybe it's a myth. So you saying that the Soul Stone doesn't exist? Isn't even real? Because the collector basically confirmed 6 Infinity Stones. There's 6. And so Thor says the 6 Infinity Stones. However, I remember in Age of Ultron, when Thor has his dream, they only show 5 Infinity Stones. Or 4 actually, I think they show. They show the Tesseract, they show the Ether, they show the Mind Stone, and they show the Space Stone, but they don't show the Time or the Soul Stone. No, I'm just trying to throw you off. Oh, I'm not going to say where it is, sorry. Okay, but can you give us a little hint as to maybe how powerful it is? People are saying it's the most powerful Infinity Stone. I'm starting to think they're right. Can you at least give us a small hint? Even the smallest, tiniest hint as to what it might be. I don't think it's in Wakanda. Oh crap. What the hell? It's definitely the stone he wants the most. Oh. Oh, okay. He wants it the most. So it's the most, I think it's the most powerful one. Has it got anything to do with Adam Warlock? No, but they confirmed Adam Warlock's not going to be in the movie. So I don't think it's Adam Warlock. It has to be something important. Part of me's trying to think, part of me thinks that maybe it is Tony Stark, which I don't like. I don't want a stone to be a person. It would just be a bit cheesy and very safe. It's definitely the one he wants the most. Oh, I'm just trying to think what it could be. Okay, it's definitely an Infinity Stone. We know that. Maybe it's Scarlet Witch. I don't think it's Scarlet Witch. She got her powers from the Mind Stone. And I have another theory. I believe that the only way to stop an Infinity Stone is with another Infinity Stone. Now, let me explain. Do you remember in the first Avengers when they're trying to close the portal, and the only thing that can close the portal is the scepter? The fact that Loki's... Did they know that the scepter was actually the Mind Stone? Because if they did, that's very, very clever. They used the Mind Stone to counter the powers of the Space Stone, thereby turning the portal off. So does that mean that maybe, say, Thanos tries to get all the Infinity Stones but he misses one, the Avengers get it, and then that one Infinity Stone is used against him? Because Infinity Stones can cancel out other Infinity Stones. That's just my theory. That's what... Well, it's evidence for the movies. Infinity Stones can cancel out other Infinity Stones.
We have to resecure target Alpha.
Black Widow she uses the scepter As soon as the scepter touches the cube, the Tesseract, the portal closes off. The power of the Tesseract is prevented, or stopped. So that makes me think that Thanos gets all the Infinity Stones except the Soul Stone. The Avengers use the Soul Stone and they stop him. And then maybe he retreats and says, okay, you guys are too powerful, I'll come back. And then he comes back in the fourth movie. That's just me. I don't think that's going to happen personally, but I do think that Infinity Stones will be used against each other. Who knows? Just keep trying to guess, because that's for fun. Yeah, it really is. Speculation is really fun when it comes to Marvel movies. Not so much Star Wars movies, because all our theories get proven wrong. Cough cough Snoke, cough cough. Anyway, so let's talk about some other things. How do the Guardians meet Thor? Obviously we know Thor crashes onto their windscreen. How did he get there though? Part of me thinks the end of Thor Ragnarok plays into the beginning of Infinity War. I reckon Avengers Infinity War is going to pick up where Thor Ragnarok left off exactly. So they see the ship, Thor and Loki freak out, then Thanos uses some kind of tractor beam on Thor's ship, stops it from escaping. Thanos sends his ship, or his little soldiers, over to Thor's ship. Do you want me to say, yes, tell us the opening scene with no spoilers, no character deaths, nothing like that. I just want to know how the movie opens. The Last Jedi sucked ass. I had the same feeling when I first saw the movie, but I've since rewatched it. I don't like it as much as the others. I like it more than I like it more than the prequels, but it's nowhere near as good as it could have been. But I can understand why you didn't like it. You're not a Star Wars fan anyway. Yeah, most non-Star Wars fans probably hate this movie. If Star Wars fans don't like it, non-Star Wars fans hate it. Some Star Wars fans even hate it themselves. Basically, it starts off with the... oh, really? So, the same scene, just redone. That's really cool, I like that. I love it when movies do that. They actually remake the previous scene and put it into the second movie, like Back to the Future Part 2, or Star Wars The Last Jedi. Like, they refilmed the entire Rey and Luke scene. I thought Rose sucked. Rose I didn't really have a big problem with. You guys know my problems with the movie. Snoke and Luke are my main two problems with that movie. But we're not talking about The Last Jedi right now. Thanks, and the Black Order land on Asgard. And there's a battle where the Black Order killed everyone on Asgard. But Asgard's been destroyed. Asgard was destroyed in Thor Ragnarok by Surtur. So, oh, you mean the Black Order board Thor's ship and they kill the Asgardians? Well, I don't like that. I don't like that they kill all of them, because it basically makes Thor's purpose nothing. He's king of nothing. If all of his people are dead, what is he king of, you know? So you're saying the Black Order kill all the Asgardians, save Thor and Loki. So I guess Heimdall's gone, and Korg and Meek are probably going to die. I hope not, because they're great characters. Oh, this is... oh, I don't know. Then Thanos and the Black Order confront Thor and Loki and Thanos holds Thor's head in his hand and demand a Tesseract off of Loki. Thanos might kill Cap. I think Loki's gonna die. I think Loki... I don't think he's gonna turn on Thor. and join Thanos, because Thanos is already pissed off of him. It took him that long to get the Tesseract to him. Then after he gives it to Thanos, Thanos throws Thor through space, and that's all I'll say. Ah, so yeah, he just crash lands on the... so he crash lands on the Guardians. This is what I think. From what you just said, I'm going to say what I think happens next. The Guardians get a distress signal of a life sign. It's somewhere in space. That life sign is Thor. They simply find Thor and pick him up. That's what I'm guessing. I don't know. No! Ah. Asgardians are all dead because in the trailer you see Loki with Tesseract and he is walking, you see dead people. Yeah, the bodies are Asgard. People in Asgard. I hope they don't, all the Asgardians don't die, because it kind of makes Thor Ragnarok a bit pointless. It was all about saving Asgard is not a people. I mean, Asgard is not a place, it's a people. Yep, all the people are dead. You know, there are some rumours of the ending of Infinity War will be a cliffhanger like The Force Awakens. Yeah, I think it will be all the Avengers dead. Doctor Strange says, Tony, take the time stone. Go back. Warn everyone. Save us. He takes the time stone, puts it in his Iron Man armor, whatever happens, and then he just teleports back in time. That's what I think might happen. Like, how does Hulk get to Earth? I reckon what GT5 Trooper said, Hulk's on the ship. Maybe one of the Black Order fights him, just say, oh, Cull Obsidian, the big one. He fights him, throws him into space. Or maybe, maybe this. Thanos uses the Tesseract to open a portal to Earth, and he throws Hulk through it. Because we all know the Tesseract is the space stone, it can open portals. So he throws Hulk to Earth, gets rid of him, then crushes Tesseract, takes the stone, puts it on the glove. Okay, I'll tell you a bit more. Then after Thanos asks Loki whether he'll help him conquer the universe, but does Loki agree or disagree? Right, don't tell us any more. I don't want to know, because I can tell what's going to happen next. Loki's obviously going to say, yeah, I'll help you do it, and then he'll betray him later on in the movie, and then Thanos will kill him. That's my personal theory. But don't tell us, because that's a big spoiler for the movie. Character deaths. I don't want to know any character deaths. At least any characters with names, you know? Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to ask you. Okay, we see the Peter Parker is on the school bus, right? And then we see him wearing only his mask, and he's swinging under the bridge. How the hell do people not notice Peter and say, what the you're Spider-Man, you know? Or maybe he's Peter like, oh, I don't care about this, I've got to save the world, I don't care who finds out my identity. Like, does he just jump, climb out the window, put on his mask and go for a swing? Maybe you're right, or maybe you're wrong. I think everyone except Spider-Man, Doctor Strange and Black Panther will die. No, I don't think all of those characters are going to die. If so, then that would be a real shame, because it means the X-Men and Fantastic Four will never get to interact with those characters. Like, the main reason we all want X-Men and Fantastic Four to join the MCU is so that they can interact with the characters we've already got. If they kill off those characters before they even get a chance to meet the new characters, well, it kind of makes the whole X-Men and Fantastic Four join the MCU thing a little bit irrelevant. Anyway, maybe Peter made a distraction and then goes out the window. Yeah, it could be. Or maybe Ned, because I heard Ned's in the movie. And, maybe Michelle's in the movie, I don't know if she's in the movie. Cough cough, MJ, ugh. It's hard to describe, you have to watch to understand that scene with Spider-Man. And in another trailer we see that he's in space, or at least in Earth's atmosphere, and he takes off his mask. He's wearing his homecoming suit at this point. Love Ned for Ned's hilarious. Maybe Ned makes a distraction and Peter just climbs out the back, you know. Does his Spider-Man thing. I'm guessing he goes into space to stop whatever that big ring thing is. And he gets injured, so he goes to Tony, says, hey Mr. Stark, I kind of want to help you take on this thing. and then Tony gives him the Iron Spider, and then Peter joins the Avengers for their little mission. Man, this thing is overpowered as fuck. God damn it, so late. Hey APS, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Oh crap. So yeah, that is what that's how I think Spider-Man's gonna come into it. So let's think. Oh, GG5, that's what I want to ask you. Why have we not seen anything from Hawkeye yet? He has not been in any promotional material. He's not even on the poster. The Purple Stone is in Xandar. Yeah, I know the Purple Stone, the Power Stone is on Xandar. The blue one with Loki. The red one's with the Collector. The yellow one is in Vision's head. The green one is the Time Stone, which is Doctor Strange's. And the yellow one, sorry, the orange one is the only one we know nothing about. That I can't tell you anything about. Oh, so Hawkeye might have a big plot point, a big character arc in this movie. Anyway, my friends, I think that's enough for one day. Okay, one more question. I need to think of it though, it has to be a smart one. I'm trying to think of other characters we don't really see much in the movie. Oh yeah, who is the new, there's a fifth member of the Black Order. Who is that? I don't actually know who that is. If I don't see you anytime soon, I hope you all enjoy Infinity War, because I'll be back after we discuss it with you. G2 Factory, but I'm going to be streaming every week. Well, from now on. So, up until Infinity War, I'll definitely be streaming. Yeah. At least 3-4 times a week I'll be streaming, so we can definitely discuss. There's theory that the Soul Stone is in Wakanda. I don't think so. I don't think it is. I don't think it's on Earth.
The carrier has been intercepted.
Yeah, just before you go, tell us one thing. Who is the fifth member of the Black Order? Cull Obsidian is the last member's name. No, Cull Obsidian is the big one with the hammer. There's a fifth member who looks a bit like Steppenwolf, people are saying, from Justice League. They're fighting in Wakanda to protect the Vision. Vision went to Wakanda so he could get the Mind Stone removed, apparently. So, he goes to Wakanda to try and get it removed. That obviously is unsuccessful, or maybe it is successful, and it's in Wakanda now, so they're staying there because it's got the best technology in the world to defend it against any invading threats. That's what I think. Sure, DC, I'm really busy at the moment with stuff to do with Marvel, some very exciting stuff I'll drop in when I can. No problem, thank you very much, CJ, but a pleasure as always. I can't say anything about the Black Order, sorry. Okay, just one thing. There are apparently, I don't want nothing about the movie, this is nothing about the movie, but this is about the actors. Who are playing the members of the Black Order? There's a theory that Jim Carrey, I heard that Jim Carrey is playing one, or someone else, another famous actor is playing one. Can't remember exactly. Yeah, I saw something that said Jim Carrey is playing Corvus Glaive. Or no, sorry, Ebony Moore. Can't see. Okay, if you can't see anything about Black Order, that's fine. Like Proximate, The Rock would be a good voice for Cull Obsidian. Maybe the Soul Stone is on Thanos' homeworld, Titan, yeah. But the thing is though, if it's there, why wouldn't Thanos have got it already? Maybe he doesn't know it's there. I don't think Marvel want that info released yet, but I'll find out if I can tell you, and if so, I'll let you know. Thank you very much. We've got a Canadian in there, boys. Yeah, I suppose that's all. I can't really think of any other questions. Just oh, you're probably gone. But if you're not gone, just one more thing. People are saying War Machine has a bigger role in this film, because I've always felt like War Machine never really did much. Obviously in Civil War it did a lot more, but yeah, maybe Rhodey. I think Rhodey deserves a bit more screen time. I would watch a War Machine movie, to be honest. I think it'd be really cool. Maybe Thanos gets the Soul Stone for his love death. I don't think the whole death thing is happening in this movie. I reckon he's just trying to balance the universe because of what happened to his planet, his people, the Titans. I find that weird. He's a Titan from the planet Titan. Thanos, I mean. No, you don't. Sneaky Imperial. Man, this thing is OP. War Machine will be of cap, so yeah, you might get more screen. Awesome. That would be great. I'd love that. Oh yeah, Nebula. How does Nebula get involved? Because she's not with the Guardians. Or maybe she is. Maybe she's joined the Guardians. But at the end of Guardians 2, she went her own way. I think. I haven't seen Guardians 2 for ages. I've only seen that movie once. I need to rewatch it before Infinity War. I'm doing a marathon very soon of all the important MCU films. I'm not rewatching Iron Man 1 and all that again because I've seen it so many times that, as great as that movie is, it can get a little boring watching it for the 19th or whatever time it is. There we go. She is sort of with the Guardians. She wants to kill him. Yeah, for being a really bad dad. This is too powerful. I never get this many kills. I need to start playing some Galactic Assault with this gun. Maybe I'll actually get a chance to play as a hero. Damn it. Daddy issues here. What I want to know is, who like Thanos' he has so many children, but who is the mother to all these children? Like, we know Gamora is not his biological child, and I don't think any of the Black Order is biological children, but Nebula is, unless she is because she looks nothing like him. She's blue and he's purple, and she's green. How funny would it be if the mother had red skin? Like, all members of Thanos' family have different colour skin. Like, one of them has maybe yellow skin. We're the Titan family. We like to kill people and take over the universe. We all have different colour skin. Racist sticker, but the Red Lives Matter. Red Lives Matter.
Target Beta counting down.
God damn it! How is he running that fast? Mary Poppins, yo. Jeez, that guy was like the flat, yeah. Constipated fat guy. Right, now that there he is, you're dead, Flash, fake Flash, Scout Trooper Flash. This is just too easy. No, not again. You little shit. Yes, kill him. Right, guys. Since DJ Fighter is gone, we have no more Infinity stuff to talk about. Let me get back to what I was talking about before he arrived. Now, I don't know if any of you guys were here when I was first talking about it, but I'm talking about heroes and their abilities that I would love to see in this game in the future. Now, the first hero I said was Grand Admiral Thrawn. If you want me to go over his abilities again, I could do that. But the second one that I spoke about was Supreme Leader Snoke. Now, hear me out on this. Snoke didn't have much time in the movies. He had a lot more time in The Last Jedi, and we saw him use the Force in The Last Jedi. So, Mary Poppins, Trash Panda. Oh yeah, that was funny. I've come up with a few abilities that I think would work quite well for Snoke. Now, if you've already heard these abilities, I'll just go over them again. The first ability would be Lightning Rebound. Now, in The Last Jedi, we see Supreme Leader Snoke shoot Kylo Ren with Force Lightning. However, he shoots at the ground, and it bounces off the ground and hits Kylo. Well, you know, it just hits him. So I was thinking an ability in this game could be Lightning Rebound, where Snoke shoots lightning at the ground, and the lightning bounces off the ground and hits any enemies in target. Now, this ability would work very similarly to the Palpatine's Electrocute ability in the way it shoots out, or the way it affects you. No, wait, no, the way it shoots, the way it looks. But the damage would be a lot higher. Force Rebound, yeah. So he shoots the ground with lightning, the lightning bounces off the ground, hits enemies, deals a bunch of damage. Gosh. And yeah. Bloody hell, 11,000 battle points. Anyway, yeah, this would deal damage, and it would be really, I think it would be a really cool ability. Second ability is Force Torture. I can come up with a better name. Basically, like Darth Vader's chokehold, Snoke lifts enemies into the air, tortures them with the Force like he did to Rey in the movie, dealing damage. Basically, Darth Vader's chokehold, except instead of choking them, you're using the Force to torture them. I think it would, if it was electrical thing, it would have to low damage, but like a 7-second stun period. Understandable, but I feel like Palpatine's Electrocute ability is his worst, and because it's a stun ability, it's not an attack. So I feel like maybe it could be used for multiple things. His third ability, now this one's a bit more strange because I couldn't really think of much, but we see Snoke simply tossing Rey across the room. Like, she grabs Kylo's lightsaber, charges at him, he simply moves his hand and pushes her away. She flies across the room. I was thinking it would be like Luke Skywalker's Force Push. It would be like Luke Skywalker's Force Push, but instead of pushing them away, he pushes them to the side, and because the actual push doesn't do much damage, I was thinking that DICE could come up with an idea so that the force in which they hit whatever surface they are thrown against, say if they hit against a wall, it deals more damage than if they're hit against the floor. So, yeah, those are Snoke's abilities. Now, basically, I can't actually think of a main ability weapon that Snoke could have. Palpatine has his Force Lightning, Darth Vader has his lightsaber, the bounty hunters have their blasters. Snoke doesn't use weapons, he only uses the Force. So maybe if there was some way that he could attack enemies with the Force without using Force Lightning, a similar kind of power, just without the lightning, I think would be a really cool ability for Snoke. I mean, I like your idea better, but yeah, it makes everything different. Force barrier. And maybe another one could be force awareness. So he uses the ability and he uses the force to sense any enemies nearby him, or any danger nearby him. So, like, if he uses this ability, he can see any grenades set on the ground or detonite charges that haven't been detonated yet, instead of the throwing enemies, the side one. I was thinking you could have that one, but yeah, those are my abilities that I've come up with Supreme Leader Snoke. If he returns in episode 9 and has even more abilities, hopefully DICE can do whatever they can. A special thing that he can trigger to project blaster bolts, and also to, if anyone comes closer, they get flung. Yeah, I like it. APS, that's awesome. Snoke needs to be. I just feel like Snoke would make such a fun hero to play as, and he'd be very offensive instead of more of defensive, like maybe the Palpatine is. No, since since Kylo Ren is more. Well, actually, no, he's quite offensive as well. All I'm saying is he'd be a very offensive hero instead of defensive. So, like in the movie, he can be killed really easily. More of a pushy character, yes. And another ability. Okay, so that's Snoke. Now, the only other hero I can think that Snoke can go up against is Old Man Luke. It wouldn't simply be a reskin of Luke, it would have to be an all-new hero. Mark Hamill would voice the character, because young Luke's voice doesn't really work with Old Man Luke. So to get Mark Hamill to do it would be really cool. But he would have to be around as fast as Vader. Yeah, Snoke would be very slow, because he's old. So, Old Man Luke. Main weapon would be the Skywalker lightsaber that we see him use in The Last Jedi, only as a force projection, but still, technically, it's not actually the real one. But come on, I can't really think. He can't have his green lightsaber because he lost it, or Kylo Ren took it from him, because apparently that lightsaber is in Rey's vision in The Force Awakens. Like, you see Kylo Ren after he's burnt down the temple, he's holding Luke's lightsaber in his hand, so Luke never actually gets it. One of his main abilities could be I've got a cool ability. I don't know if this will work, but you know how Luke Skywalker cut himself off from the Force in The Last Jedi? I was thinking the ability of his could be he uses the ability and it stops his enemies from using any Force powers against him. So, say Vader's trying to choke Luke, or Snoke is trying to do his Force Lightning rebound. Luke uses this ability and it stops his enemies from using the Force against him. And APS, yes, Force projection, I'm just getting to that. That'll be his main ability. But you say yours first and I'll say mine after. Force projection is, obviously I can't miss Force projection, it's the main thing he did in the movie. But basically, I would say it would be he uses his Force projection and for a limited time it stops Luke from being attacked by enemies. Or blaster bolts simply go through him, lightsabers go through him, stuff like that. Or maybe he makes a clone of himself that is a projection and it fools enemies, so it appears on the map that Luke is actually there but he's not, so enemies think they're chasing the real Luke, they shoot him, and like, oh no, he's not actually here, it's the projection. Did The Last Jedi DVD come out for you yet? Yep, it's been out for a while. I haven't got it yet, I'm going to get it on Blu-ray. Actually, yeah, it's out now. I haven't got it yet, but I'm going to get it soon. I haven't even got The Force Awakens on Blu-ray. I've got it on digital. And same Rogue One. He spawns an NPC and it distracts everyone to look at his NPC for 5 seconds. Projection has to be killed before they can kill real people. Ah, put a more of a offensive spin on it. I like it. I don't think that the Force projection should actually be able to kill anyone though. since it's only a projection and he can't actually fight with it, it's just there to distract you. Obviously it will make it a bit hard to use, because people would, you know, but I like that. I just don't think that it should actually be able to attack enemies, since he didn't do that in the movie. And his final ability would probably be, so let's go through Force Projection, Force Cutoff, where he stops his enemies from using force powers on him, and what else does he do in the movie? When he's training Rey, well, even though Luke doesn't actually have a technical lightsaber duel, he does fight Rey with his stick, and he seems very, very good at it. Like, he seems like he's a good duelist. So maybe Luke could have some kind of ability where he uses his lightsaber in a very offensive-like way, and he attacks his enemies like that for a brief amount of time, kind of like Vader's Focused Rage. But I don't know, yeah. But I feel like Old Man Luke would definitely have to be an all-new hero, all new abilities, new voice, all that. But that's just my thoughts on what Old Man Luke. APS, carry on. What it has an extension that has to be killed. Oh, okay, I like that. Yeah. So he basically makes a clone of himself, and before you can kill the real Luke, you have to kill the projection. That's very clever. I really like that. That's amazing. It won't affect me, I hate this game anyway. Hopefully APS, your opinion will change when we finally get some new content. Grievous and Obi-Wan. If Grievous and Obi-Wan come into the game, I'm sure, and Count Dooku and Anakin Skywalker, we might still yet live. Okay, moving on. From the last show, there's only really two more I can think of, those being Poe Dameron and General Hux. So for Poe Dameron, he would have his blaster pistol that he uses. I guess I don't hate the game that they're about. Yeah. Poe Dameron, what could Poe have? I reckon his abilities would be kind of similar to Finn's and Leia's. He'd use shock grenades and he'd have a small pistol. He'd be a mix of Finn and Han Solo, I'd say. Say one of his abilities could be maybe he throws a regular grenade, damage, yeah. For a certain amount of time, Poe Dameron's blaster pistol affects enemies, dealing more damage. Hux, however, I have more of an idea of what his abilities could be. Now, Hux would be kind of, it'd be very similar to Director Krennic for the first game, but I'd like him to have a bit more of a Greedo-like ability, where he targets a bunch of enemies with his blaster pistol and basically precision shots, but a different modified version. He could also have like an officer boost, where he boosts, kind of like Finn's Big Deal or Captain Phasma's Survivor, where he gives himself a bit more health but also heals all his fellow troops around him. And the next ability could be, I think it would be nice if a hero could have a thermal imploder, kind of like Greedo. So yeah, I think that Hux should have a thermal imploder. Because no heroes in the game that do right now, only the Wookiee warriors have them. So yeah, I think that Hux should maybe, my cat is meowing, I think Hux should get a thermal imploder. Right then, for sequel trilogy, that is honestly all I can think of. So, let's talk Clone Wars. Right. I'm just gonna go over what I think they're gonna do. For General Grievous, if he's coming into the game, which we've all seen the model now, we know DICE want Grievous, they're working on him. This is what abilities I personally think Grievous should have. obviously. Hold on, I have an idea for Hux. Oh sure, go ahead. Before we move on to Grievous, yeah, close. He could take over Han's old rapid fire from Battlefront. Yeah, that'll be cool. Excuse me. Or the lucky shot. After this game, I'm going to move on to some Galactic Assault because I want to play some heroes, and this gun is going to help me do that. Jesus. This is just too overpowered. I don't even have to aim like properly, just tiny.
Hostile has taken a package.
Mine?
They're short on time. Maintain defenses.
Yeah, I'm not very good at coming up with ideas for blaster heroes, but like superheroes, I do enjoy a lot more, or force users, like Snoke. The ideas for Snoke were really fun to come up with. My favourite one is definitely the lightning rebound. Like, I want it to have the effect of the Palpatine's electrocute, but I also want it to deal damage like the chain lightning. Otherwise I feel like it'd be a bit underpowered. But yeah, he'd be very slow like Darth Vader. But I reckon in terms of looks, like the way he moves and all that, I'd say he'd be very Palpatine-like.
Converge on that position.
Persuasion. He kind of uses a thing like Lando's old stun hero pickup thing, but instead it'll be well placed. It will be well placed mines, proximity bombs. I like it. So basically Lando, what were Lando's abilities in the first game? I can't really remember. He had disruption. Other than that, I can't remember Lando's abilities in the first game. Oh yeah, Power Blast. Oh man. Don't bring the Power Blast back, that thing was a nightmare. Oh yeah, and also the fake hero pickups. Those were Lando's abilities, I remember now. Hang on, Cat, I'll be with you in a minute.
Package has been returned to the base.
I like that Hux, it's very cool.
Like this could have ended any other.
Okay, yeah. General Grievous. Now, when the bomb is triggered, Hux immediately gets alerted. Yeah, that's cool. I like that. Okay, General Grievous. Obviously, his main weapons and ability would be his lightsabers. He'd start off with 2, like in the original Battlefront 2, but the more he attacks, he pulls out the other 2 arms and 2 lightsabers and deals more damage. The first ability could be the it's kind of like a buzzsaw. It's basically when he's spinning the lightsabers and they're attacking the ground, but instead, say he charges up the lightsaber spinning on the ground, and then like Luke Skywalker's old rush in the first game, he jumps towards the enemies, spinning the lightsabers on the ground as he does, and he goes straight in a straight line, and he deals damage to whatever enemies he hits. Second ability could be Ion Blaster. Grievous replaces his lightsabers with a quick, maybe 5 shots of his Ion Blaster. It would basically be like, well, we all know that one blaster that Obi-Wan used to kill Grievous is Grievous's blaster pistol, and it caused him to set on fire. So, because you know, it bursts his organs, causing him, you know, set alight. So I reckon it would. Oh wait, no, I want to leave. We're doing Galactic Assault now. It would be really powerful blaster. Like it would. So it would have to be basically like this one, like the blaster I'm using now, the exploding shot, it'd be like that. So he has 5 shots of that, he pulls it out, and so basically you could run around Grievous, you could have your blaster instead of the lightsabers, and you just have 5 shots. Once you use the 5 shots, go back to the lightsabers, ability recharges. A final ability for Grievous would probably be, now this one I like. It's a little bit of a homage to Grievous's ability in the original Clone Wars, Star Wars Clone Wars 2003 TV show. Grievous grabs all 4 lightsabers, spinning them around his body in a circle, basically, dealing damage to all enemies he comes into contact with. Hey George. Hey Fizz, how you doing? Intimidation. When Grievous gets near a foe, he gets a great boost in combat, and also weakens. I like that. That is very good. Damn, your ideas are really good, man. Right, let's head into the Galactic Assault. I do really like the idea of, at one point, of Grievous replacing his lightsabers with the Ion Blaster. Maybe not Ion Blaster, more of a, what's the word? Explosive Blaster, where I don't know what to call it, but there's one that Obi-Wan uses to kill him, basically. And the Buzzsaw one we already know is going to be in the game. DICE could not include that. That is Grievous's main thing that he does in Revenge of the Sith. You know, he does it in the Clone Wars TV show a little bit as well, but that's what people know Grievous for. Having 4 arms, 4 lightsabers, is awesome, spinning them on the ground and then attacking the enemy. So that has to be in the game, no matter what. Intimidation, that sounds so cool. When he gets near a foe, he gets a great boost in combat. And what about health? So Grievous would definitely be more of an offensive hero. Yeah, it's a good idea for the blaster. Yeah, I quite like it. Kind of like Finn's undercover team, where he has his rifle and then he pulls out his little pistol and starts using that for a bit. But with this weapon, Grievous gets 5 shots that you can use. Once those 5 shots are up, so he could have the weapon out for as long as he wants. So if he fires maybe one of those shots, it's only 4 shots before it recharges. He could run around the whole game and not fire a single shot, but still be able to use his blaster. I think there should be a hero kind of contributed to vehicles. What do you mean? Do you mean a hero vehicle, like General Grievous's wheel bike? That would be really cool, but you wouldn't be able to use that in space, so you'd have to use his Solus 1, his starfighter, basically. That could take out vehicles. Oh yeah, I reckon this blaster, if you shot it at vehicles, it would weaken them. By a lot, deal a lot of damage. Like a hero devoted to team combat. God damn it. Okay, next is Obi-Wan Kenobi. Now for Obi-Wan, there's not really much I could think of, so OPS, I reckon you'd be able to do a much better job. So I'll tell you what I came up with. Right, Obi-Wan Kenobi would be very, very similar to Rey, but he'd have a few differences. So his first ability would be basically the mind trick. He senses, but it would be a mix of Rey's insight and a mind trick. So he senses enemies around him and can use the Force to detect enemies, while also maybe not mind tricking them, like causing them to attack into different enemies, like mess up the controls and all that, like Rey, but do something different. So maybe he uses the mind trick, and instead of attacking, like causing you to change your ability, or maybe it actually does damage on you. So this one ability does damage. Second ability could be because Obi-Wan's a Jedi, just like Luke Skywalker. There's not much of Jedi, maybe Force Pull, but it'll be too similar to Kylo Ren. I'll just say this, Obi-Wan Kenobi uses the Force to pull enemies towards him. Hello there. He can go invisible to enemies until he gets close to an enemy, although he's not completely invisible mostly. Once he gets... Oh, so you mean enemies can't detect him? They can't see him on the map? Like on the mini-map, but they can see him in real life. In the game. That's a great name for an ability. Hello there. That has to be an emote for Obi-Wan. DICE would be stupid if they didn't put hello there. And Grievous has to say hello there back. Or Grievous would have to say, your lightsabers would make a fine addition to my collection. If Grievous doesn't say that, all hope is lost. No, he is invisible. I kind of don't like that because it defies canon. And if I'm all about anything, it's keeping canon. I don't like it when the canon changes. That's just me personally. Until he gets close. My cat is still bothering me. Hang on guys, I'm just gonna have a drink quickly. I mean stealthy. I'm back. Welcome back, Vic. We are discussing hero abilities. We've gone over Snoke, we've gone over Old Man Luke, we've gone over General Grievous, we've gone over Poe Dameron and Hux, and now we're going over General Grievous and Obi-Wan Kenobi. And we've got some really cool ideas going here, especially I chose that over teleporting. Yeah, okay, because Jedi can't teleport. Maybe Luke. Like, they can project themselves across the galaxy, Luke can, but they can't actually teleport. What? No. I've got one ability you could have. Lightsaber block. Obi-Wan uses his ability and all of his lightsaber blaster bolts are deflected back at the enemy, dealing high amounts of damage. I have the high ground, should be an emote. Yeah, before we move on to Anakin and Dooku, let's think of some emotes for Grievous and Obi-Wan. I was just thinking one of Snoke's could be fulfill your destiny. Well, one of Luke's ones could be I will not be the last Jedi, something like that. Okay. I'm so sorry. You were supposed to join. No, you're supposed to destroy the Sith, not join them. You were the chosen one. Stuff like that. Who's the more foolish, the fool or the fool that follows him? That's another Obi-Wan. That's an old Ben one, though. But I reckon it could work for young Obi. My cat is jumping everywhere around the room. If you strike me down, I will become more powerful than you can possibly imagine. Oh man, this is so fun, so nerdy, but so fun. Can you imagine that? So every hero has 4 emotes. Obi-Wan's hello there. I have the high ground. If you strike me down, I'll become more powerful than you can possibly. That has to be in the game. That's Obi-Wan's one of his signature lines. Or another one could be, the Force will be with you, always. It's time for the Jedi to end, old Luke. Yeah, that's brilliant. Why didn't I think of that? You are my brother, Anakin. I loved you. Another one for Snoke could be, nah. Or Snoke shouted out to Kylo Ren, "You failed!" before he shocked him with lightning. So one of Snoke's could be, "You failed," or something like that. No, oh Snoke, there has been an awakening. Have you felt it? I'm sorry, I'm thinking of all his Last Jedi lines. I have to think of some of his Force Awakens, or instead of "bring her to me," one of Snoke's could be "bring them to me," something like that. Or a remote while he grabs his beard for Obi. Yeah. But he has to say something. All emotes have to, you know, say something. Except Chewie, obviously. Yeah, Snoke's, you failed. There's been an awakening, have you felt it? Bring them to me. And another one of his could be fulfill your destiny. So those are Snoke's emotes. Old Man Luke's. It's time for the Jedi to end. I will not be the last Jedi. Everything you just said was wrong. I like that line. What else does Luke say in the movie?
Repel the invaders. Hold the main gate.
The scavenger resisted you. Fincher, that's one hell of a fight. Yeah. Yes, Finn's emotes are pretty shit in this game. Personally, in my opinion, I don't like Finn's emotes that much. Like one of them is, we should run. You know, it's just definitely something Finn would say. Speak of which, there he is.
Base must be almost ready to fire. All right. The detention block's closed, but we gotta override.
Scavenger resisted you.
And hope for the best.
And then when, like, you know how Vader and Palpatine interact, it could be like Snoke and Kylo Ren. Snoke could say, Kylo Ren, Master of the Knights of Ren. Like something like that, you know? I know it'd be incredibly cheesy, but the emotes are pretty cheesy in this game. Okay, General Grievous's emotes. What could they be? Your lightsabers will make a fine addition to my collection. That has to be in the game. One of Grievous's emotes could be just a really loud cough. Or another one could be, you fool! I've been trained in your Jedi arts by Count Dooku, or something like that. Or another one could just be a loud yell, like, you know, Grievous always went, oh, kind of, you know, he got really angry. That would be one of Grievous's.
Elite agent, now we're on, baby.
General Kenobi, cough. Yeah, but I don't want emotes for specific characters, because that means you can only say them to those specific characters. Like, I want Grievous to be able to say his lines to anyone. One of Obi-Wan should definitely be the Force will be with you always. I like that. That's, you know. They have to mix OT and the original and prequel trilogy in.
Unidentified First Order operative attacking.
Right. More abilities, or more characters. Let's do Anakin and Count Dooku next. Now, let's start off with Anakin. Everyone wants Anakin. I want Anakin. Anakin Skywalker. His abilities, now, like, because he's a Jedi, his abilities can't be too aggressive. So, but they have to be like Vader, but not too similar to Vader. So, for Anakin, I think his ability should be very similar to Luke's, like very aggressive with his lightsaber. I think he should have not a force choke, because that's not an ability a Jedi would use, but maybe a force grab. So he grabs enemies with the force and deals damage. Anakin's, because all Jedi, eventually they're gonna have to start using the same abilities for Jedi, because there's only so much Jedi can do with the Force that we've seen. I reckon another ability could be like Kylo Ren's Frenzy, but Anakin just going out on one. So I reckon that would be one. And another Anakin ability could be the Anakin emotes I'm gonna get to in a minute. It's gonna be funny. I don't like sand. It's coarse and rough and irritating, and it gets everyone. That's what I was. That's all. Okay. So yeah, Anakin's abilities: Force choke, Force hold. So you just kind of like Darth Maul's, but instead of choking them, you just hold them with the Force and throws them away. You have to have some difference in there. Another one is friends. So I can't think of a name at the moment, but lightsaber frenzy. Like Kylo Ren, Anakin goes on a spree with his lightsaber. Damn it, that'll be great. Dealing damage to all enemies in his sight, jumping from enemy to enemy, kind of like basically Kylo Ren's ability. And I'm Rey right now. Aggressive negotiations. These names are amazing, dude. He tears up everyone with his lightsaber after he feels very fatigued, kind of symbolizing what have I done? What have I done? That has to be one of Anakin's emotes. Rebel scum. Yeah, I like that one for Finn. Yeah, Finn could have some awesome ones. I kinda wanna kill some enemies. I don't wanna die. Oh my god, I'm nearly dead. Shit. Okay, emotes for Anakin could be... no, they can't do I hate sand. As funny as it would be, they can't just do that. You're all scum, yeah. Yeah, Phasma's emotes in this game aren't pretty good. See, Anakin's emotes could be... What have I done? I think that's a good one. What else does he say? It has to be... It can't be any Phantom Menace Anakin line, so no, now this is pod racing. Nothing like that. No corny shit. This is Anakin Skywalker we're talking, not... No, I'm dead. Shit. Not the women, but the children. I hate you, yes! I hate you!
The inner gate's open, almost like the plan. Now move on the self-control.
But we need to think of more things that Anakin says when he's a Jedi more than when he's Darth. Because he says all those lines like, what have I done? And I hate you when he's Darth Vader. Or, you overestimate my... No, you underestimate my power! That would be a good one, wouldn't it? What else does he say in Revenge of the Sith? Actually, they all have to be angry Anakin lines, don't they? So, I hate you, what have I done? You underestimate my power. And, no. From my point of view, the Jedi! I'm having too much fun with this. This is where the fun begins. Yes, that's a great one. That has to replace the from my point of view the Jedi evil, because he's good at this. Anakin is a Jedi at this point. Yeah, this is where the fun begins. That's a good one. That's a fantastic one. Oh, one of our boards could be, oh, I have a bad feeling about... Are you an angel? Oh. Now this is pod racing. Right. I'll try spinning, that's a good trick. Count Dooku. Now, Count Dooku, I've had a lot more ideas with than any of the other characters. Right. Now, first ability. Lightning Hold. Dooku lifts up enemies with the Force while shooting Force lightning at them. He does this to Anakin in Attack of the Clones when Anakin runs at him. Oh, but he also pushes the enemies away. So it's a mix of Palpatine's lightning, Vader's Force choke, and Darth Maul's choke hold. So I have no idea for Dooku. So Dooku, yeah, lightning hold, holds enemies in the air, shoots lightning, throws them away. He does this to the clones in Clone Wars. He does this to Anakin in Clone Wars many times. Does it in he doesn't use Force lightning in Revenge of the Sith, but he does in Attack of the Clones and the Clone Wars a lot. Another ability could be lightsaber perfection. Dooku is a very defensive fighter. He's like a more of a fencing character. So Dooku changes his lightsaber style for a brief moment, dealing more damage to enemies. And one more could be, obviously his main ability is his red-bladed curved lightsaber, and another ability could be similar to Obi-Wan's, one of I've thought, deflection. For a brief moment, Dooku uses all of his Force abilities to deflect all lightsaber bolts back at the enemies, with not only blocking bolts with his lightsaber, but also rebounding bolts at his enemies. Now, Dooku's emotes could be, my Jedi powers are far beyond yours. Now back down, or something like that, which he says to Obi-Wan. Or I sense great fear in you, but he doesn't say Skywalker. He says you have hate, you have anger, but you don't use them, just like he does in Revenge of the Sith. But he doesn't say Anakin or Skywalker. Force Wisdom combines the ability of extreme speed and very lethal Force Lightning. After he has done Force Wisdom, he goes back to normal. But I like that. But I still want to keep lightning hold, because Dooku does that in the show. He holds enemies up within the Force and shoots them with Force Lightning. He does it. I think he does it to Ventress at one point when they fight. Like, he uses the Force to make her drop her lightsabers, and then he holds her in the air and shocks her with Force Lightning. Yeah, Dooku's emotes, like I said, could be my Jedi powers are far beyond yours, now back down. And another one is I sense great fear in you, you have hate, you have anger, but you don't use them. Yeah, but for his normal attacks he should have a weakened lightsaber and weaker Force Lightning or combine. Yeah, I like that's cool. What, so he toggles between lightning and lightsaber? Only thing is I don't want Dooku to have his lightning in the same use as Palpatine, where he can just switch between lightsaber and lightning. I think, yeah, it should be both. I like that. So imagine that. So if you press the button on your controller to attack once, use a lightsaber. If you press it twice, it does lightsaber, then changes to lightning and changes back to lightsaber. Stuff like that. I think that's a really cool idea, APS. That's really good. I like that. Okay, 2 more emotes for Count Dooku. Could be something. What did he say in Attack of the Clones to the Jedi? Surrender and your lives will be spared. Something like that. And one more. I've been looking forward to this. Yes, Dooku. Yeah, I like that one. My Jedi powers have doubled since the last time we met Count. Twice the pride, double the fall. Yeah. Twice the man, bigger the fall. Yeah, I like that one. Whatever he said. Only thing is though, he'd only say that my Palpatine, my little green friend, or no, that's not in the game, unfortunately. I think when he interacts with Yoda in the game, in Heroes vs Villains, he does say my little green friend. I think, I'm not entirely sure, but how cool would that be if he did? Right. Jango Fett and Mace Windu are the next 2. Let's start off with Mace Windu because he's a Force user and they're harder to make abilities for. So, for me, I'm gonna say Mace Windu. Now, Mace Windu, you may not know this, but he uses the dark side in his attacks, in his abilities, in his Force use. Like, Mace Windu uses the light side and the dark side, and that makes him a more offensive Jedi. That makes him more powerful, but he can control it. The Senate will decide your fate. Yep, that's brilliant. Mace Windu emotes. Force Shatter is X-ray ability. Yep, I like that. Mace Windu can sense all nearby enemies around him, but he deals more damage with his lightsaber or something. What abilities could he have though? Force Disruption. Mace Windu uses the Force to disrupt all enemy technologies with the Force. This includes shields, blaster turrets, droids like Captain Phasma's assault droid, and what the hell? And Boba Fett's jetpack, or Jango Fett's jetpack. That is a nice name, isn't it? Force Shatter. Force Disruption or Force Shatter. I think Force Shatter is really good. Not mine, yours. Oh really, Force Disruption, you like that one? Or did I say something else? What? Oh, Leia, never mind. Try to think of more from Mace Windu. So we've got Force Shatter, Ultra Ability, and Force Disruption. Okay, he needs a lightsaber ability, because all Jedi have lightsaber abilities. So I reckon, Force Boost. But it should have a little roll on blasters. Yeah, yeah, I agree. It maybe jams blasters for a small amount of time. Oh, I've got some cool ideas for Mace Windu's emotes. This party's over. The Senate will decide your fate. He is the traitor, or something like that. What else does Mace say in the movies? All I can think of was just that scene where he's fighting Palpatine. Those lines from that scene. Yeah, so Force Disruption would disrupt that droid, for example. It would stop it from working. For Pad, he draws from the dark side to use his new kind of attack that isn't exactly faster but has raw strength like it. That's great. Brilliant. And the name as well. For Pad Offense or something like that. Or just for Pad. Sounds great. Either way. Just for Pad is brilliant. Right. Jango Fett. Oh no, sorry, more emotes. So this party's over. The Senate will decide your fate. Also maybe he refers to the prophecy of the one who will bring balance to the Force. You believe it's this, or no, that's too long. I sense a plot to destroy the Jedi. I like that one. What else does he say in the Clone Wars? He doesn't really say much in Clone Wars. Well, he actually does. He says a lot in Clone Wars, but I can't remember any of his lines because they're not that memorable. Kylo Ren. What else does Mace Windu say? Don't get cocky. No, that's Han Solo already says don't get cocky. I like it though. Maybe not for Mace. Mace seems a lot more serious. Except this party's over. That's a Samuel L. Jackson line right there. This party's over. So we might as well move on to Jango. I meant Obi. Oh, okay. No, you don't. I'm destroying that too. Actually, you know what? I'm not risking it. Marvin Pever, Star Wars is the shit. Is the shit. Is that a bad? Are you insulting Star Wars or are you praising it? Welcome, Marvin. By the way, welcome to stream. If you like what you see, please subscribe and like this video. Great to have a new viewer. Oh man, that was not supposed to happen. And oh shit, I'm gonna die. Oh my god. Welcome to the channel. If you haven't already, please subscribe and like the video if you enjoy it. Thanks so much, APS. Right, Django Fett. I couldn't think of a last emote for Mace Windu. No, I'm gonna die. Get away from that stupid rookie. Shit. Well, at least I got to play as a hero for a brief amount of time. Okay, Django Fett. Abilities. Now, Django Fett is armed with his dual twin blaster pistols, so his fighting well, his abilities will be a little bit different. Now, Boba Fett doesn't actually have a flamethrower. He only has the melee flamethrower, so I feel like Django needs to have a flamethrower as a weapon. So, flamethrower. Django targets all nearby enemies and blasts them with his flamethrower, dealing high amounts of damage. Also, when he fires them with the flamethrower, the fire sticks to them and it wears off after a few seconds. Also, maybe not stunning them, that's too OP, but it deals damage to them more than so well, they can still be on fire. Did you stream yesterday? I didn't see it. No, I didn't stream yesterday. My internet was down. I wanted to stream Fortnite yesterday, but I couldn't. I love Star Wars since '77. Oh, nice. We're a fan, well, an older fan. Okay, so yeah, Django Fett, flamethrower, 2 pistols. Next is jetpack rocket. Come up with a better name. Basically, instead of Boba Fett's rocket barrage, Django Fett fires a high-intensity missile from his jetpack, dealing high amounts of damage. It locks onto its target and doesn't stop until it hits its target, basically. And his final ability could be Kamino and Saber Dart. Django Fett locks on with basically Lando's Sharp Shot, but instead of shooting a blaster bolt, it shoots out Kamino and Saber Dart. So it shoots the Saber Dart, deals high amounts of damage, and because it's a Saber Dart, the dart actually poisons you. So you're running around the map. If you get shot by this dart, you get poisoned, and the poison you slowly lose your health. But it doesn't completely drain your health; it just you lose it. And Django Fett's emotes could be something about, what does he say to Obi-Wan? Always a pleasure to meet a Jedi, something like that, or well, it'll be the same guy voicing Boba Fett, Tamora Morrison, so I'm sure they can come up with some lines for Django. How cool would it be if they brought back some of his lines from the previous Battlefront 2? Something like, "You guys are going to make me rich," something like that. He used to say that in the original Battlefront 2. Just came to talk. Hey, Injustice 2, my enemy, how are you doing? So, they'll do their job well. Yeah, talking about the clone troopers, I like that one. Always a pleasure to meet you. They'll do their job well, and that you guys are going to get me rich. What other ones? What else does Django say in the movie? He doesn't really say that much when he's wearing his armor. Leave it as Boba Fett. Well, I was recruited by a man named Tyrannus on one of the moons of Bobson. Well, that's something like it says something like that. Good bro, how are you? Just kidding, you're my enemy, remember? Silly goose. Yeah, we don't like each other for some reason. Well, I don't mind him, but he hates me. So yeah, APS, what do you think about the Django Fett ideas? Right, I've got another cool one you guys might like. Kind of like the Stinger pistol. Yeah, basically, the Django Fett saber dart will be like the Stinger pistol. It hits an enemy, and poisons them. Yeah, but it doesn't. It only kills you if you get. Say, it can only kill you if you get hit by the dart, and you're at really low health. The dart can poison you, you could die. But say if you're full health, you get hit by the dart can't kill you. They are great. I'm just trying to think of an idea of my own. Oh, okay, I see. I really can't. Well, just look up Django Fett, what he does in the movies, and try and figure out something from that. Like, we all know he poisons and kills Zam Wessel with the Kaminoan saber dart. He uses his rocket on Obi-Wan Kenobi, even though it misses and it gets destroyed. And he uses a flamethrower on Mace Windu. So yeah, I just got my ideas from what Django does in the movies. Well, movie. He's only in one. Now, my next idea is something I feel like a lot more people will be able to contribute to, and that is Umbara. Now, the heroes would be, now this might be a bit controversial, heroes would be Captain Rex, Clone Captain Rex, and Pong Krell, the Jedi with, basically the evil Jedi from the Umbara arc. I'm stuck in a bush. Yeah, there we go. Okay, bro, I gotta go now. It's 10:30 on at school now. Okay, I understand. No problem. Don't want to fail. Oh, good luck for your test tomorrow. You shouldn't have been watching the video if you've got a test tomorrow. But I guess taking your mind off of it is a good thing. 10 o'clock. Best of luck, APS. You'll smash it. We can talk about it in tomorrow's stream. 10 or 10:30. Okay, never mind. Thanks. No problem. Best of luck, mate. I'm sure you'll smash it. Damn. CAPS. We'll continue talking about these hero ideas tomorrow because this is so much fun. I love doing it. But I'll say my Captain Rex and Krell ones now, and I'll just tell them to you again tomorrow. So I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, Captain Rex and Pong Krell from the Umbara arc. If any of you haven't seen the Umbara arc, it's basically a story arc consisting of 4 episodes that were in the Star Wars: The Clone Wars TV series. It was season 4, and yeah, they are absolutely fantastic episodes. Once you watch those episodes, you will absolutely love Clone Troopers. I like Clone Troopers more than Stormtroopers. They was like, what? Are you crazy? Clones suck. I was like, clones are much better, they can actually hit their targets. Clones are awesome. Stormtroopers suck. So yeah, anyway. Damn it. Yeah, Rex and Krell. Okay, so Captain Rex. Now his abilities will be kind of similar to Django Fett's. Like he'd have the dual wield the pistols. But I can think of a few more. Rocket launcher. Rex simply swaps out his 2 blaster pistols for a simple rocket launcher. Except it deals more damage on enemies than a normal one. and he gets one shot before it is reloaded, but it's a very powerful shot. Another ability is clone boost. Rex boosts the health of his fellow clones on the battlefield, or allies on the battlefield, giving them extra health, and their weapons fire at a faster rate, for example. I don't know, I'll show I'll something else later. And another one is droid poppers. Captain Rex is basically an EMP that shuts down all droids. They use them in the Clone Wars. Rex throws a droid popper at enemy droids, but it can work on humans as well, turrets and all that. Cutting off their abilities for a small amount of time so that they can be attacked. What the hell? Damn it! Ooh. I fired it before I died, thank God. Oh, I wish I unlocked this thing sooner. It's going tomorrow. Well, it's not going, but it's being nerfed. Expanded radius. What, for Rex? Oh, is that the name you're coming up with for the clone boost thing? Yeah, I like that. Yeah, so the droid popper, he throws at the enemy, it freezes them, shocks them, and it's basically a shock grenade. And yeah, for Rex, that's all I can think. So Krell. Now, Krell is a lot more... Krell's ability would be kind of... again, he's a Jedi, or he's a Dark Jedi, so his abilities would be Force related. Intense Force Push. In the show, we see Krell Force Push clones away from him with 4 of his arms, because he's a Dexter Jester species, so he has 4 arms and 2 double-bladed lightsabers. So, Intense Force Push, basically Luke Skywalker's repulse, but stronger. Krell simply pushes all enemies away from him that are in the weather radius. Simple. Next ability. Dual double-bladed lightsabers. Basically, Krell deals more damage with his double-bladed lightsabers for a brief amount of time. Basically, Darth Vader's focus rage. And another ability could be Intense Saber Throw. Upon Krell throws one of his double-bladed lightsabers vertically in the same way as Darth Vader, but it's a double-bladed lightsaber, so it's Kylo Ren's furious throw, but instead of vertically, it's a horizontal throw. And for Krell, that's honestly all I could think of, really. He's basically another Jedi, another Force user. There's only so much you can do with a Force user, so yes! I shot it before I died. What? No! Just let you know, guys, this is going to be the last game of the stream. It's getting quite late. I've gone over the amount of time I said I would already. So, yeah. Once this game's over, I'm going to have to end the stream. Not straight away, but I won't be playing any more games after this one. Shoot! That was... wow. What are you playing tomorrow? It'll be the new progression system tomorrow, so I'm going to test that out on Battlefront 2 tomorrow. But Thursday, I'm going to try out Fortnite again. Hopefully play Fortnite with some of you guys, that'll be great. So Chicken Games, what do you think about the Umbara DLC? Would you like that? Because I know lots of Clone Wars fans want Umbara. Because Who doesn't love the Umbara arc? It's the best, probably the best thing out of the Clone Wars. It is honestly fantastic story, it's fantastic writing, it's amazing. There's nothing to hate about it. Like, you learn a lot more about all the different clones. If any of you haven't watched it yet, watch it. Saber throw. Yes, well, Darth Vader's saber throw is basically, yeah. Yeah, and for Krell, that's definitely all I could think of. Now, I've got one more bunch of DLC we can talk about. Now, I don't know what planet it will be. Oh yeah, I do. The next DLC is the last one I'm going to talk about on this stream. Ahsoka Tano and Asajj Ventress. Now, let's start off with nice stream, enjoyed watching. Thanks so much, Marvin. If you could subscribe, that would be amazing. I will subscribe back to you, my friend. If you do it right now, I can subscribe to you back right now. So yeah, let's start with Ahsoka. Ahsoka, it could basically, she has her two lightsabers. This is the Clone Wars version, but you will be able to get a Rebel skin if this happens. I'm just saying, if I was making the game, there would be a Rebel skin available with her white lightsabers, but she'd have the same abilities. So Ahsoka's abilities could be spin attack. It would have a different name, obviously, but in one episode of Clone Wars, we see Ahsoka behead 4 Mandalorians by grabbing her lightsabers, turning them on at the same time as spinning around, so she cuts off their heads. But instead of cutting off enemies' heads, it just deals damage. So, obviously, a better name, spin attack. I can't think of anything. Another ability for Ahsoka could be like a version of Luke Skywalker's Rush. Ahsoka, with both her lightsabers, lunges at the enemy, dealing damage. And another ability could be some kind of force boost. When Ahsoka is in proximity of another Jedi, she not only deals more damage to enemies, but also boosts her other Jedi. For Ahsoka, that's all I could think of, really, at the moment. I'm sure I'll think of some more in the next stream. So let's move on to Ventress quickly before the game is ending, because there's only 4 troopers left. So Ventress. Ventress does the force push a lot, but her force push doesn't really push the enemy away, it more like stops them from attacking her. So Ventress will already have her twin lightsabers. One ability could be saber attack, double saber. Ventress puts both of her lightsabers together for a brief amount of time, dealing high amounts of damage with a double-bladed lightsaber, but after it's finished, she takes them back and they're 2 singles. Because we know Ventress puts her lightsabers together to make a double-bladed in the show. She does that a lot. Well, no, she did it once in the Clone Wars movie. But yeah, that could be one of her abilities. Another one could be similar to Ahsoka's, some kind of boost, where whenever she is in proximity of any droids or allies, she gains health and gives out health, kind of like Finn's big deal. And one more, yeah, double saber fury, that's a great name, Vic. And one more for Ventress could be... trying to think what else Ventress could do, because she's a force user but she doesn't use lightning or anything. Another one could be, Ventress does do the force choke quite a lot, but it can't be as powerful as Vader's, so it can't be like Darth Maul's choke hold where he pushes them away, so it has to be something a little bit more suited to Ventress, but I can't think right now. Oh, I have to quit this. I can't really think of one for Ventress right now. Can you guys help me come up with a final ability for Ventress before we end the stream? I'm also gonna grind some crates as well before we end. What could Ventress have for a last ability? Nope. I honestly can't really think of one for Ventress. There is one, Force Throw. Ventress simply just uses the Force and throws her enemies away. But it's kind of lazy, similar to Snoke's one I was thinking of earlier. I don't know. Ventress is a bit hard to... The only ones I can think of are lightsaber abilities. The Saber Fury, when she puts the lightsabers together. The other one that I said was the... Actually, no, did I say it? Oh yeah, the boost for the droids and herself. But one more that should involve the Force. I can't even remember what I said for Ahsoka now, but oh no, I do vaguely remember. I've got one. Force Speed. For a small amount of time, Ventress's speed intensifies and she deals more damage with her with her twin-bladed lightsabers. So it's kind of like Han Solo's shoulder rush, but instead it's the Force user using it, and instead of barging into the enemies, they simply attack them more furiously with the lightsabers. I don't know, that's all I can think of at the moment. It's a bit lazy, but we can discuss it further in the next stream, and I'm sure I've got plenty of other heroes we can come up with abilities for. I was thinking maybe we come up with abilities for Qui-Gon Jinn. Who else? Savage Opress, if he ever makes it. Who else could we do? Kanan Jarrus, the Grand Inquisitor. Yeah, there's loads we can talk about, but I'm going to save that for the next stream. Right now, let's see how many credit. 6,000. Okay, I can buy 2 crates. Oh, Finn's upgraded, nice. One more. Can't think of anything. Have a good night. Thank you very much, Marvin. Love to see you in the next stream tomorrow. That'll be great. Oh, I like that post for Phasma. I'm gonna give her that one. I do like this one. This one's meh. But this one's pretty awesome, I like that one. Be cool if she was facing the camera of the blaster, but never mind. I do like that one, that's really awesome. When she's just walking. Nah, I'm gonna give her this one. Right guys, so that well, before we go end the stream, this is the last time I'm gonna have to play with this progression system. It's all changing tomorrow. So yeah, let's just spend a little bit more time with the new one. Just go quickly to see what this is all about. Speeder. Don't really use the speeder. I don't think. I'd love to try the ski speeds on Crate. Because that looks really fun in the trailer for the Last Jedi season. I played Crate for the first time yesterday. It was awesome. Can't wait. New progression. Yep, I'm going to stream tomorrow once the new progression system has landed. Give you guys my thoughts on it. And we can upgrade stuff. It's going to be awesome. And hopefully, in a few weeks' time, we get a little bit of information about what is coming next. The future of Star Wars Battlefront 2 is, well, it seemed very dim, but there is a bright light at the end, and the light is getting closer and closer, and there is hope yet. I sincerely, I hope I hope there is hope, is what I'm trying to say. So yeah, I'd like to also, I finally got the exploding shot, and it's getting nerfed tomorrow, so I did get I got a hero twice in one game. I think no, I didn't. Did I? I'm not entirely sure, but I got a hero most of the games I played, so I'm happy. Yeah. Not much more I can say about the subject. So I'd like to thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys in tomorrow's stream with the brand new progression system. Can't wait. This game can only get better. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Bye guys.